Good morning. It is 8:10 in the morning. I just dropped off my cats to the vet. And we are going to start our day. We're doing something different. We're not doing earn by time because I'm bored of earn by time right now. So we're going to do earn by offer. I do have shopping orders off because I don't feel like shopping. So let's get this day started. We are currently at an 85 AR. I gotta stay in the area too, so because the lady's bringing back my cats after they get fixed. So let's get this day started. The game plan today is, all right, we'll take that. We got order $7.50 for 3.6 miles. Surf bagel. But the game plan today is to stay platinum because I got stuff that I'm running back and forth to do. What is this? I can't do that. I wish I could. Anyway, game plan is to go and stay platinum. So if right now I'm at 85%, if I fall below like 73, 74, I'm just gonna have to switch it to earn by time because I like the fact that I can go and do stuff and like go back to Dash now. That's the only reason I'm trying to keep platinum. If not, it wouldn't be a big deal. But let's go head over to Surf Bagel. I don't think I took a screenshot. Shoot. I'm pulling an MD. Alright, let's go pick this up. And I did get a screenshot. Alright, it's picked up. Let's go to Petco. Petco is 8 minutes, 2.8 miles. Start flying down the street. I hope there's not an accident. That would suck. We're here. Let's go drop it off. That's all dropped off to the 8 on DoorDash. Uber's sending me crap. We took our next order because we're just basically taking everything that isn't upside down in the morning. $4.50 for, says 2 miles, but it's all good. It's a first floor apartment, so $2 a mile. Let's go to Manhattan Bagel. Let's go grab this. Alright, that's all picked up. Luckily, we don't have to go to the other side of town because the train's here. 5 minutes, 1.6 miles to the drop off. Let's drop this off. Alright, that's all dropped off. $2 base pay, $2.50 tip. We have our next order, Wawa. $6 for 1 point something or 2 miles. Shut up.
Then turn right on Cole
Let's
Avenue.
go, Wawa. Alright, let's go grab this. It's all picked up. 6 minutes, 1.4 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. Alright, that's all dropped off to 2.6 on DoorDash. $7 for 7.5 miles. I'm not doing that. Alright, we got our next order, $9.50 for 6.7 miles. Picking up at Chick-fil-A. Let's go do it. Let's go pick it up. At first, this doesn't give me a name. Alrighty. Alright, no names. Food is all picked up. 12 minutes, 5.6 miles to the drop off. Oh, there's a new Turkish market coming. I'm interested about that. Alright, I'm going to go drop this off. Alright, that's all dropped off. $2 base pay, $7.50 tip. 2.6 on DoorDash. Alright, I was watching MD with his go snish yourself chat. Anyway, we got our next order, Manhattan Bagel, $8 for 5 miles. Let's go. Alright, let's go get it. Alright, that's all picked up. We're gonna go check to see if, actually no, we're not. I can't do this. Let's go drop this off. Alright, the lights are flashing, so we are going to see if the bridge is too flooded. If it is, then we're going to have to turn around and go the other way. Alright, we're good. Only a tiny bit of water on the bridge. Alright, looks like we're headed back to Manhattan Bagel. Let's go. That's all picked up. 6 minutes, 2.6 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. We're in the wrong driveway. Oh well. That's all dropped off. I'll post what I made. 5 to 15. Alright. Going next door, $5 for 1 mile. Picking up at Chick-fil-A. Let's go do it. Let's go pick this up. Alright, that's all picked up. 4 minutes, 0.79 miles to the drop off. This is going to AutoZone. I should have realized it by the name. It's getting hot. 76 degrees. Alright, let's go drop it off. That's all dropped off. $2 base pay, $3 tip. 2.7. Alright, we got our next order. 644. Picking up at Taco Hell. Let's hope it's ready. Alright, that's right. That was right when I got there. 11 minutes. 4.5 miles to drop off. Come on. Alright, that's all dropped off. 1 to 4 on DoorDash. See if I can turn around. Yes, I can. We got our next order. Barbecues. $10 for 1.8 miles. So you know that shit's gonna go up. Let's go do it. Alright, let's go grab it. That's all picked up. 3 minutes, 0.7 miles to the drop off. Going to Hellings. Let's go drop this off. Alright, that's all dropped off. 2.6 on DoorDash. As soon as we turned on DoorDash, we got our next order, 5 for 1. Let's get to McDonald's. We're right here. Alright, that's all picked up. 3 minutes, 0.8 miles to the drop off. Let's go drop this off. taking this 1025 plus for 4.4 miles, 11 items. Let's go do it. Alright, let's go get this. Alright, this is a lot of stuff, and it's going to the second floor. 11 minutes, 3 miles. Has jokes, $6 for 17 miles. No thank you. I'm probably going to have to pull out my wagon for this one because of the 2 sets of drinks, and it's 7 drinks and a big bag of stuff. And this door is heavy as shit. So let's go do it. That's all dropped off. It was a $15.61 tip. 1 to 2 on DoorDash. 25 for 13 miles. No thank you. Alright, we took our next order. It's not good. It's $7 for 6.6 miles. Picking up at Jamaican Cafe. Going to the daycare up at Boyd's Corner. So let's go do it. Basically just want to keep going with orders. Let's go grab this. Just before the worry free on the sign, it came out. It's not worth it. But 12 minutes, 6.2 miles to the drop off. Gotta cut a little bit of miles off of this by going this way. Alright, that was a $2.50 base pay, $4.50 tip or $4 tip, something like that. 1 to 3. $2. No, thank you. And next up, we're going to Napa. $10 for 6 miles. Let's go do it. It's like we're picking up a battery. Hopefully it's not a huge one. Alright, we're here. Let's go pick it up. Alright, that's all picked up. 9 minutes, 3.79 miles to the drop off. There's another guy that was picking up for the same place. So I'm sure I'll meet him again. He saw me with Chick-fil-A. He's like, can I help you? I was like, I'm good. So, we've been crossing paths. Alright, that's all dropped off. That guy was funny. I like dropping off there. He posed for the camera. Anyway, 1 to 4. Let's get out of here. Gotta turn around to get back. That guy made my day. That was funny. He struck a pose. Oh no, what's all this? Must be an accident. Yep, someone rear-ended someone. Anyway, we got our next order, $5.50, going 2 miles, picking up at Young's Barbecue. Let's go do it. That's all picked up. It was a couple minutes wait. 6 minutes, 1.8 miles to the drop off. Let's go drop this off. I had puppies staring at me. 1 to 5. Alright, it just switched to 3 to 12. So I'm taking this order. It's not good, but it keeps the wheels rolling. Alright, let's go do it. Alright, that's all picked up. It says 19 minutes, 10.47 miles, but that is not true. Let's go drop it off. Alright, going this way. We're shaving about 2 miles off of it. That's all dropped off. $6.75 base pay, $3.50 tip. Shush. 3 to 13. That was 8 miles total. So still not great, but not backwards, and a little bit better than 10 for 10 that it said. 5.5 hours in, and I'm at 120. Not bad. Let's keep going. Our next order, Jersey Mike's, $6 for 3 miles, something like that. Let's go do it. Alright, let's go pick this up. Alright, that's all picked up. 10 minutes, 2.9 miles to the drop off. Alright, let's go drop this off. Alright, 2 to 5. Alright, we got our next order. 17 items. 12 of them are. We got our next order, Taco Bell. 12 of them are. 13 of them are sauces. I saw 17 items for $5.50 and I was like, no. But let's go get. We're here now. Alright, that was a few minute wait. We're headed over to the YMCA. 7 minutes, 1 mile. Alright, that was all dropped off. 3 to 10. Alright, we got our next order. $17.50 for 5.4 miles. Picking up. Are you going? What the hell are you doing? Anyway, it's picking up at Buffalo Wild Wings and Fofet. But it's dropping off at the same house. Let's go. Alright, let's go pick this up. Blazing knockout sauce. Is this going to knock me out with the smell? Probably. Alright, that's all picked up. Let's head over for Fofet. Alright, let's go pick this up. Alright, that's all picked up. 9 minutes, 3.2 miles to the drop off. Alright, that's all dropped off. 2 to 5 on DoorDash. Alright, had to turn around. We got our next order, Hong Kong. $7.50 for 3.4 miles. Let's go do it. Let's go grab it. That's all picked up. 4 minutes, 2 miles to the drop off. Let's go drop this off. Alright, just 6 on DoorDash. Alright, we got our next one, Pizza di Napoli. Going $6, going 4 miles. Let's go do it. Our AR is at like 79 now. Alright, that's all picked up. 7 minutes, 2.7 miles to the drop off. That's all dropped off. We got our next order at Nazhala, 6 something for 2 miles, something like that. Let's go do it. Right, let's go pick this up. Let's go head to the Hampton Inn. 6 minutes. Right. Shut up. 6 minutes, 1.4 miles. Alright, looks like we have to go to the 4th floor. Let's go do it. Alright, that's all dropped off. We have our next order, Fofet. Gotta go back. Let's go do it. Back, same spot. Let's go get it. That's all picked up. 8 minutes, 3.2 miles to the drop-off. Why do I have to ring the bell and text? It makes no sense. That is so extra. Alright, this is going to be my last order. My kitties are on their way home. Alright, let's go drop this off. That's all dropped off. Alright, for the day, I was active for 8 hours and 23 minutes. I did 20 deliveries. On DoorDash, I made $153.36. And on Uber, so far I made $18.16, but I'm still waiting on a tip. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to go get my kitties now.